Hey guys, Andy here. So I've done quite a few videos on GPS trackers to go in cars and motorbikes, and they've generally been quite popular. So when the good people at CarLock said, would I like to take a look at theirs, I said, yeah, why not? I'll have a look. I'm always on the lookout for a good GPS tracker. Now, most of the ones I've done in the past, they're a little unit. You put a SIM card in, you go through a setup procedure to set your SIM card up with the unit. You then log in the app or the website and you can track that unit. This was a little bit different. The unit plugs into an OBD2, which pretty much any car after 1996 I think has. And there's not really any setup procedure. You just have to activate it. So you get a code in the box, which is unique to you. You activate the device, you get a month free, and then you're paying, I think it's $5.95 a month, because I assume there's a SIM card in there and it deals with everything for you. The setup really trips up a lot of people. So on my videos, a lot of the questions are about, I can't get it set up, which SIM card can I use? I even had to buy 2 or 3 different SIM cards before I found one that worked in the trackers I've used in the past. This is all done for you. You don't have to worry about it. You plug it in and off you go. Now, one problem, because it plugs into the OBD2, for me, that's quite near my shin. And actually, as I'm driving the car, when I use the clutch, I can feel the device on my shin. It's also a little bit visible. So if somebody was stealing my car, they might see it and just pull it out. This is then where I have the first kind of bit of a flaw. I don't get any notification. So I've unplugged this morning. Nothing on the app, nothing. No warning, oh, your device has been disconnected or anything like that. No, nothing. So if someone does steal your car, they see it and they just throw it out the window, you don't know about it. But that seems to be one of the few flaws that I've found. Otherwise, generally it's worked really, really well for me. So let's take a look, in fact, at the app. Now, I'm probably going to have to blur out various different bits because, if I can get unlocked, because obviously I don't want to be showing necessarily the location of my car. But in the blur, I can tell you that there's a green lock around, or a green circle around my car, and at the bottom is a little padlock. Now I can press that to basically lock down, and you can see now that circle. You see now that circle has gone red, meaning that should the car leave that area, I will get a notification on the phone. Let's go into the dashboard. Now this, I think, is a little bit weird, because I know I'm not that good a driver, or not in the sense of, you know, I do accelerate quite hard at times, and I do brake quite hard at times, and it's given me a 100% score on any drive I've had. We do get the tracking of the vehicle battery voltage. I mean, I guess that's handy. You'll see, do we get history? No. You'll see when you're driving, that's up nice and high, and then when it's sitting there, it will obviously be much lower. We can tell also that at the moment, the unit has 13 satellites locked, even though it's in here on my desk, and it does have a GSM signal, which is what it obviously uses to feed back the information. So then we go over onto the lock. I'll explain this bit in a moment, the security enabled and the security disabled, because that's all to do with sort of timings and schedules. But we can see here trip starting and ending, and if we go in, it is actually going to show the trip that I've made. So it polls every 20 seconds, so it won't always be a perfect line on the road, because it will just take a 20-second points every now and then, but that's fine. I think you don't need exact information like that. So I set up the scheduler. What this means, basically overnight, it's going to lock down the position of the car. Wherever I'm parked overnight, it's going to set up a sort of circumference around it. And if it leaves that circumference, it's going to warn me. Now, one thing's a bit weird. Let's try it now. Let's see if it makes any difference. So I've tapped that, nothing happened. I'll tap it again. It's unlocked. And I'm going to tap that one and unlock that. Now let's see if, look, where's that come from? What? So I could not get it to not. Oh, there we go. I think we've done it. So now it is just the overnights. But yeah, a little bit weird. Sometimes I'm tapping certain times, and it's locking at different times. You can do it as a timer. So basically, when the car engine's turned off, 5 minutes later, it's going to turn on the circumference around your car, which again isn't a bad idea actually. So in the actual settings, you can see you can have calls and text messages. Just, I guess that's in case you've not got the app installed. I just use the app and I get notifications for vibrations. I don't get for signal loss. Actually, maybe that's what I need for when for when it gets unplugged. Mind you, it's still getting GPS, so no, I don't think that will necessarily help. Smart lock, which is the one we were just showing you. Harsh driving, that's disabled. Speed limit look, I mean, it's at 1 million. I don't often go that fast, but you could set it if you were tracking somebody like a teenage son or whatever, you could have a speed limit of 70 miles per hour and you would get a notification if they went over that. You can be in imperial or metric, whichever is your preference. And that's kind of it. So it's not massively complicated. And in there we've got my car is set up. You can add more vehicles. I don't exactly know. Oh, I can add a photo. I hadn't seen that. I don't exactly know how it would work with more than one vehicle, but you can do that. So there we are. If we want to locate on the actual car, we can tap that button and it goes flying zooming in. I should probably unlock that again now. So there we are. It is it's a reasonably simple app, I guess, and it's a reasonably simple device. But I think that's its big strength, that it's just simple. You can just plug it in, put one activation code into a website, and off you go. Well, install the app, I suppose, and off you go. Compared to things that I've used in the past where there is a reasonably complicated texting messages to the GPS unit with your APN settings, all this kind of thing, that really confuses some people, and I get that. To be honest, it's confused me at times. So this device could be the answer for some people. The actual unit is, I think, £80. If you're going to buy it, please do use the link down below, because I'll get a few pennies from Amazon. You get a free month, and then you also, and then it's, like I said, I think it's $5.95 at the time of recording per month, which isn't too bad, I think, in the grand scheme of things. That's kind of 60 or so, 70 or so pounds a year, for a little bit of sort of security. So there we go. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. But for now, my name's Andy, and I'll catch you all again soon. Well done, and thank you for making it to the end of the video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, you might want to click the little fellow that should hopefully appear about here to subscribe. You may also want to check out some of my other videos, which are going to appear somewhere there. Also, come and have a look at my website, androidandy.uk. There is also a forum. Come and say hello on the forum if you've got any questions about things or request me to review things or anything else. Just come and have a chat on the forum.